Okay, this shirt is 73, which is Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. Okay, the next story I'm going to tell you about is this movie, The Celestine Prophecy. Okay, and it's very far fetched because in the movie we have got basically planet Earth, modern day, run by a bunch of assholes, corporate shysters, uh, military people who are all about control, church leaders who are all about control, and then a small group of awakened humans who are trying to help other humans to awaken. What does awaken mean? Well, in the Celestine Prophecy movie, they are going to awaken to um, another world. It seems very far fetched. But in the movie, that's how people escape from uh, the tyrannical overlords of planet Earth. They move into another dimension, a beautiful dimension of a more beautiful version of Earth. And they leave all the shit people behind. As I said in yesterday's talk, this is known as a bifurcation of society. Um, is it true? I'm stumped as to giving you an answer. I've already said today that I have seen matrix glitches. I have seen things that normal reality would say are impossible. I've seen them. And yet, to really believe what the Celestine prophecy says, that there's a higher dimensional version of planet Earth that we're going to go to, um, is it far fetched or not? I'm still pretty grounded here in this version of Earth. And even though I've seen matrix glitches, I'm not in control of going to these higher dimensional places through portals or stargates or taking magic mushrooms. I don't know how to get to these places. They're stories for girls and boys. So I think we have to remain grounded in this reality. If something weird happens again, well, it happens. But at least on the human level, we have to work with the world that we have. So, no sci fi solutions. What are the solutions that we need? I'm stumped because the human solutions are all based upon the political systems that are completely broken. I wonder in the winter how the streets get plowed, and I wonder how the hydro stays on. That's the electricity. That's what we call it in some places. How everything runs. I'm totally bedazzled by it because things still seem to be running, even though I keep hearing these horrible plans about um, FEMA camps where they're going to put people in extermination camps. This 5G article that I just was given today said that the United States, the plan is to reduce the population from 327 million to 100 million pretty soon. And this also fits in with the Georgia Guidestones. A nutty thing, but you can look it up. What is really going on in the world? The late great metaphysical writer Stuart Wilde said this is the exposure of the global ego. And that is why all this shit is happening. The global ego is coming out, and we're getting to see how venomous and dark it is. And it's supposed to make you run the other way. You're supposed to go to higher consciousness, agape love, and pray. Because the darkness of the human scientists that have created these massive weapons and massive industrial complexes that no longer need humans as labor, and the prices that are so high only the millionaires can afford to live on the planet, it's the tightening of the screws over and over and over again. Eckhart Tolle, in this book, talks about a new earth where people have basically gone to higher consciousness, a new earth. But he doesn't talk about it the same way as the Celestine prophecy, as in it's going to be a new earth. It's this earth, but wiser, more spiritual humans. How are you going to get 8 billion? Is it 6 billion or 8 billion? No one even knows. They go to the CIA fact book to get information on what the world population is. The CIA, who are supposed to be questionable as whether they're pro-humanity or not. And that's where you go to get your information about how many people are on the planet. And you're supposed to get 6 or 8 billion people to higher consciousness, where Dr. David R. Hawkins said in 2004 that 85% of the population basically are demonic. 85% of the world population are demonic. It seems like we are in hell and we don't have an escape. On the bright side, I always go with what Bob Frizell says. He says, don't get caught up in all of this fear factor. You have got air to breathe at this particular moment. I just had some supper. I had coffee, and I had some lemon pudding. And tonight I plan to go, well, I shouldn't even tell you that because that's planning. But usually what I do is I do go out. But I can't say for sure. All I do is what Bob Frizell says, I'm in the moment, and as the great Indian mystic Osho said, you go from moment to moment to moment. You drop the past, forget about it, forget about all the shit that you read on the internet today and all the news about whatever, and you don't go into anxiety about the future. You stay right here, right now, moment to moment. I'm here, I'm grounded, I'm here, I'm grounded. What does grounded mean? It means realizing that for all intents and purposes, I'm living in a physical reality, even though most of my lectures I say it's not really physical, it's consciousness. But being grounded means I've got ground, my feet are on the ground, I'm here, and my being is focused here now. And I keep, I take another step, I'm here now. Another step, I'm here now. I'm always here. I'm not focused on, 4 hours in the future, 6 weeks in the future, 10 years in the future, and I'm not thinking about the past. I'm not worried about the Napoleonic Wars. I'm not worried about ancient Greece. I'm not worried about the planet Nibiru. I'm not worried about anything at all. I am here and I have no worries. Because all this other information, whether it's 5G networks or militarism or whatever, it's all mental information and data. And if you can meditate and be quiet, it doesn't make a whit of difference to you. You go moment to moment and you deal with your moment to moment in that moment. So you get rid of fear factor, and that is how you are going to live and thrive, because things are changing. More and more people are getting with it, which is, hey, the world is cuckoo, but I have to go and be stable. And the way I'm going to be stable is, for me, being here now. Other people, I don't know how they're doing it. Seems like a lot of people are turning spiritual. How that experience is going to be for all of you is your own spiritual experience. Enjoy it, and please remember, be kind to one another. I'm Harry Weaver, your narrator.